Hello, and welcome to the Conley Library at LaSalle University. We are the starting point for your research activity. Our collection of resources supports the curriculum for college-level research, and we are available to students both on and off campus. This is a busy and exciting time here at LaSalle. We're so busy that it prevents us from meeting face-to-face as a group. After talking with your professor, Dr. Holly Harner, we decided that the best library instructional option for this class at this time was a recorded video that you could watch online. So sit back, relax, watch, listen, and take notes if you need to. It is my hope that you will get to know the library better, and if you haven't already done so, you will begin to use our many resources and services. For face-to-face interactions, please feel free to visit us on campus. We are located on the main campus at the corner of 20th Street and Olney Avenue. So please stop by at the information desk to say hi. You can also check out the library website at www.lasalle.edu/library for our hours of operation. If you're off campus, no problem. You can access the library resources online from home, work, or other remote location. Here's the library's web address. Library resources are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when the library is closed. This is great to know with the upcoming visit of Pope Francis to the city of Philadelphia, which will cause our university to adjust our regular hours of operation. When you're using the resources off campus, please be sure to use your MyLaSalle username and password to access library resources. I'm Bernetta Doan. Oops, let's try this again. We need to focus. Hello, I'm Bernetta Doan. I'm the Reference and Instruction Librarian here at LaSalle University Library. As you can see from the previous slide, this session will be all about focus and what you need to do to navigate the library resources. I've also included my email address, so if you need to contact me, feel free to do so. The objectives for this presentation are as follows. At the end of it, you should be able to locate the Conley Library website, identify and select appropriate resources like Summon, PubMed, the PublicHealth LibGuide, search sources, evaluate what you find, and also cite sources. Remember, start your research here at the Conley Library website. You can access our resources 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let's take a closer look at the library website. Here's the library's website. In this presentation, we will spend time navigating this site using 3 different approaches or strategies that will all lead to appropriate or college-level materials in support of this class and the public health curriculum. The library website is easy to navigate. It has a rollover menu. And as you roll over the various tabs, it will provide a listing of information that provide more detail. For this presentation, we will roll over to the Research tab. This tab contains all the information that we need to conduct research. In this presentation, we will look at 3 different approaches. One approach will be to use Summon, the library search engine that provides a Google-like experience. 2, we'll look at a subject-specific database like ProQuest or SocIndex or PubMed. And 3, we will examine the Public Health LibGuide as a way of identifying appropriate information. Let's start with Summon. And the topic that we will use for exploration as we search these resources will be the Ebola virus. So we're now into the Summon database. Let's do a basic search. And the basic search takes us back to the one box concept where we can type in our keywords. If you're having trouble accessing these resources from off campus, please click this link when you're off campus and then provide your username and password information. Let's go to the search box and type in Ebola virus. There's also a drop-down menu that will help you in terms of additional ways of expressing your topic. We'll just type in the keywords Ebola virus and search. Summon is the library search engine, and it will search all of the resources that are available to you by way of this library. And if you can see 140,000 references, or documents I should say, that's a lot of information. So at this point we need to have more focus or to refine our search. So what I'd like you to do on the left hand side in this area, you refine your search by using the various categories that are listed. If you need background information on your topic, for example, a definition, a strong overview of the Ebola virus, then perhaps under content type we could look at reference materials that are available. E-references are wonderful because they're subject-specific dictionaries and encyclopedias that will give you a nice overview. Another way that we can refine the search as it relates to our research is to look for scholarly or peer-reviewed information. Generally, this is the kind of information that your professors are going to require in an academic, or I should say a college and university environment. And by checking the scholarly and peer-reviewed link, you see that we have reduced that number significantly as it relates to the topic. And as you continue down the list, we can refine this even more by looking at discipline. And we can say that we're looking for it from a biological standpoint, an economic standpoint, but I think the most obvious for us right now may be the public health. And by clicking this link, it reduces that number even more. And we're down to 1,721 documents. Still a lot of information, but I want you to start to notice something that appears on the page. And I'm talking about database recommendations. It's saying perhaps you want to refer to Medline or PubMed, or it may say ProQuest or SOC Index, which is sociological abstracts, that will help you in terms of subject-specific searching. And you are welcome to search these particular databases, or you can continue using Summon to refine your search. And now another feature is to do the publication date. I'm not interested in everything, so perhaps part of the assignment says the last 5 years, the last 10 years, the last 15 years. And you can use the sliding bar to narrow your search. We still have a significant number of 824. We can continue with our search, and let's say subject. And I'm looking for another way to limit this search or to have more focus. And right now I'm specifically looking at viruses, or vaccines I should say. So I can browse a list, and I see the term vaccines, and that gives me 105 documents, and now I can start to browse through the list. So you can see how you can work through Summon to narrow or gain more focus over your search process. Also, again, you will notice the database recommendations, and now if you wanted to go into ProQuest Central to search, you could do so. But you can continue using Summon. It depends on your own comfort level. If you like this experience, then continue using this as you explore other materials, or you try to complete the assignment centered around the Ebola virus. So now that we have a listing of information, we can start to actually browse the list. One of the nice features about Summon is the fact that the full text of the document may actually be linked to the article, and you can see we have very, very current resources that you can use. And it's just a matter of clicking on that full text online link, If the article is available, it will take you to that document. Look for the PDF link, and what the PDF will do is download that article so it appears in the image of the journal publication. So this is a wonderful way of doing your research, because you're actually retrieving the information as you're searching. Another important feature for college level research is to cite what you have found. In Summon, you can do so. As you go through the list, over on your right hand side, you will see these images. One image is to see the abstract, and when you click on that, it will actually give you a nice summary of the article, and it will include additional terms and phrases. So if you're having a hard time finding subject headings, this is a nice way of going about it, because it will provide some information that will help you, perhaps suggest terms that you hadn't thought about in terms of the research topic. The second image on the page represents save or mark. And as you go through this, you can save and mark as many items as you want. Once you have saved the documents, look for the folder in this location, and it will indicate the number of items that have been set aside. Here we have 9. So what you can do is click on the folder. Those 9 items are presented. You can do what I'd like to refer to as the quick fix. You can select your output style, APA, MLA, AMA, and it will quickly arrange those items according to APA. But keep in mind, this is a tool. You may need to tweak it. If you're familiar with APA, you know you would have to indent in certain areas and so forth. But I will say that all the elements for citation are here. You would just have to arrange them in the proper order and to make sure that it follows the guide exactly. But a more sophisticated way of using this tool is to export. And we're going to export to a bibliographic manager called RefWorks. And also, before we go to RefWorks, I want you to notice that there's a message that says this is a temporary folder, so it'll only save it for a short period of time. A good way to make sure that you have saved or stored this information is to use something like RefWorks. Let's go to RefWorks. For those of you who have accounts, it will automatically take you to your account and you can log in. I've logged in earlier. So you see that it is importing those references that I had saved in my Summon searching. If you're brand new, you will receive an introductory page. And at that point, you can either log in with an established login and username, or you can create an account. Okay, so those of us who are new to RefWorks would need to create an account. Those of us who already have an account would just need to log in. Here are the 9 references. I want to make sure that these 9 references are actually in place, so please always view what you have exported. And how can I determine if that's there? It says 1 of 9. And another wonderful feature about using this particular resource is that not only has it captured the citation, so we have the journal name, the journal authors, indexing information, subject headings, and so forth. We also have this particular link called Article Locator at LaSalle, and if you click on this, it will reproduce the article for you again. So it's a nice way of storing those journal articles as well. So this is a wonderful, wonderful resource. RefWorks is a management tool. So now that I have these items in place, I need to do something to make sure that I can manage the materials. So what I strongly suggest at this point is that you create a file so you have somewhere to place these items. So under new folders, you can come up and you can create a folder. You can call the folder the Ebola virus introductory or introduction to public health. Whatever name that you like to give the folder, just type that in, create, and you now have the information in place. The folder is there. Now we need to take these items and to place them inside the folder. You can mark individually, or you can hit the button that says all in list, come over, find the folder that you have created, and you can place those items inside. It's just that simple. Once you get a rhythm with using this, you'll find that it's easier and easier for you to go from the database or and to export over to RefWorks and to place the content of those documents inside your folder. Another feature is creating a bibliography. I want to create a bibliography. Here I need to select the output style. Output style could be APA, MLA, Chicago, whatever you're required to use. Please make sure that you're using the most recent edition of that particular style. We'll select the output style, select your file type, which is a Word document, then create the bibliography. And it will take those 9 documents or 99 documents and will open, and it will take those documents and create a bibliography, have it in place. We will enable our editing so you can see exactly what it looks like, and here's the information. And it will allow you to edit, which is important, because if you needed to insert your name, a date, and so forth, or if you found you had duplicates, you could easily clean up this particular page. Perhaps you have to remove links and so forth, so making it a Word document makes life a lot easier in terms of managing this tool. So this is a very quick overview of RefWorks. Let's go back to the library site. Let's roll over research again. We quickly went through Summon, which was our search engine approach. Summon allowed us to search all the databases simultaneously, and then we browse the information. We refine the information based on the categories that were provided. But in the recommendations, there were some databases that were suggested. And if you find yourself wanting to explore those databases, feel free to do so. So in this particular tab under Research, there's also a listing of the databases alphabetically. So we can find the database or databases that were recommended. I selected P. I remember ProQuest Central was one of them. Another was PubMed. If you use PubMed, please be sure to use the LaSalle Library Links version of that. It's very, very important, because this is the one that will work with our collection and link you to all of the materials that you need, or I should say all the materials that are available by way of the Conley Library. Let's come up to ProQuest Central. So this is another approach to finding information. So those of you who want a more smaller focus, you don't really want to go through Summon to find the information, then you're more than welcome to try one of the subject-specific databases. It's just a matter of typing in the same terms or phrases. We'll search. And you look at your results, still a high number, but also I hope that you notice that even though ProQuest doesn't look exactly like Summon, there are some similar features. For example, if you look to the left, there are ways that you can refine your search. You can say, okay, just give me the scholarly, and we can do that. Or you can change the information by date. I need only the last 5 years, so you can use a sliding bar to update. If you find that you need additional information or you need specific limits, you can look at some of the related searches, or you can add additional terms and phrases. And again, as you start to browse through the list, if you see the PDF or the full text, that's an indication that the item is available to you right now. However, if we come down to number 3, we see a magnifying glass. The same for number 4 and number 5 and so on. So whenever you see this image, please click on the image. This is referred to as article locator, and it will, when you click on it, it actually goes back through the library's holdings in search of that particular document. If the document is available, it will show up. If not, you may receive a message that looks like this, indicating that LaSalle does not subscribe to that particular publication. Well, that's okay. We're not going to have everything all the time. We have an excellent collection, and most of the time you're going to have great success, but every now and then you may stumble on a particular document that's not part of our collection, and you would need to use interlibrary loan. So here we would automatically go to step 3, and at this point you would put in your name and your LaSalle or your library barcode. Your barcode is located on your LaSalle ID, and it's important for you to have records established in the library. If you are returning students, you definitely need to get into the library to have your records updated. You need to update your records the fall semester and summer sessions. Let's go back to the list. Okay. And let me click on another image and see if it will actually take us to the article. Okay. So this time the article locator actually took us to the journal publication. We'll look for the PDF equivalent, click on that link, and it will download the article for you. So you see how easy it is to use. Okay. Also, in terms of marking or saving your information, here we have a box. So those things that we like that are related to the topic, we can just check this little box, and then when you're ready, you want to export. Where am I going to find that? Under the category for more, and here it is, RefWorks. And now, if I say continue, it will take this next set of information and send it over to my RefWorks account. So again, you see that you start to get this rhythm where you can go from one database to another, sending information, and once you have it, you view the last imported folder to make sure that you have those 5 documents, then you mark them, and then look for the folder and place them inside. So this is ProQuest. Let me see if we can get back to the library's website. So again, if we roll over the tab for research, we tried Summon, which was the library's search engine, and the one-box concept that allowed us to have the Google-like experience. We also tried alphabetically looking at specific databases and searching them. And now we want to come to step 3, or the other strategy that I want to share with you is actually using the LibGuides. LibGuides are mini library sites. They're wonderful. They help you focus on a particular topic or subject area. Students love to use the LibGuides. You can search for your LibGuides alphabetically, by a specific subject, or by a particular owner, which is the librarian. So if a librarian has done a session, and has indicated to you that he or she has designed a LibGuide, you could search under that individual's name. Right now, let's do this. Let's type in PublicHealth. We want to see if there's something actually related to this particular discipline or course. And here we have a public health LibGuide. And what you find here are categories that will help you focus on specifics. For example, I need to find e-reference books. And remember when I started with Summon, I said how important it is to have background information. Electronic reference books are wonderful. They provide nice overviews, and you can do it electronically, that you can find the appropriate information that has been produced by various experts on particular topics. You also have Summon. So Summon is here. Here's the article databases, which will include not only PubMed or Medline, but also CINAHL. CINAHL is the Cumulative Index to Nursing and Allied Health, and it may be a very helpful database to you. Also, perhaps you're interested in qualitative and quantitative research. So there's a tab that will describe what that actually means and how you would determine or distinguish between the types of journal articles that you're retrieving. There's also the disease tab that will help you get nice overviews so you can see county health rankings. Statistical tab. Here's RefWorks that provides a lot more detail than I was able to give you a few minutes ago. It will provide tutorials, very helpful, where you can view them at your own pace so that you can develop your own comfort level with using this particular resource. We also have a Canvas tab, and Canvas, and if you just click on these particular images, it'll take you to the Canvas pages that contain this kind of information. One will be devoted to the Conley Library Connection, so it will provide more information about the library, like login information, the importance of updating your record, finding a book, finding articles, developing your topic, and then you have the effective writing and research learning module that will help you in terms of just some quick tips, or helpful hints I should say, in terms of writing. These resources are available to you. You can use them when you are away from the campus or at times when it's difficult for you to find someone to talk to or face-to-face support. But they are very, very helpful, and please feel free to use them. So going back to the library's website, and again, you roll over the research tab, and all of the information here will help you in terms of getting started and carrying out effective college-level research. I know this was a quick overview, and I hope it was enough just to get you started. It's really about finding your own comfort level with this, and that's why I gave you 3 different approaches in terms of using the resources. So select the best strategy for you and for your needs. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me, and that's at Doane, D-O-A-N-E, @lasalle.edu. Or feel free to come into the library, come over to the information desk. I would love to meet you. Please take care. Thank you so much for your patience, and have a great semester.